Every gambler knows that the secret to surviving.
I don't wanna take advice from fools.
You always won every time you placed a bet.
That's what I want.
Joe Duffy, CEO of OffshoreInsiders.com. Guess what? The ZigZag NBA playoff angle debate is over. It's the evergreen discussion and debate that will not go away until now. The so-called NBA zigzag theory, which says to bet on a team that loses a playoff game to respond with a cover in their next game. It sparks emotion among bettors. One tip sheet writer is borderline obsessive in marginalizing the controversial angle. That being said, 90% of his articles have the theme of everyone else is a moron, therefore I am not. The media in particular is a target of his rancorous hindsight. We always let the facts guide us. For years, we've stated it is the father of a much more profitable, quote-unquote, bounce-back angle, albeit with the criterion less objectively measured, more flexible, and always correspondingly weighted. Bounce-back does say bet on a team off a playoff loss if leverage with the following listed in order of importance. Most important, quality of a team off of a loss. The better the team, the more establishability they have to bounce back. The margin of loss. The bigger the loss, the more substantial consequences given. We very much consider whether it was home or away. We do not assign the full 4 to 4.5 point home court advantage, hence 8 to 9 point swing difference between home and away. Generally put it at about a 6 point fluctuation. Consequently, a 9 point road defeat equates to about 3 points in a home loss. The competitiveness of the teams. The more evenly matched, the more likely the counterpunch. The margin of spread loss. In reality, it combines all of the above factors and so is valued less than the above to avoid double inclusion. A case where a team loses straight up yet covers would be the quintessence of a zigzag trend that does not translate into the bounce back angle. We've never been one to hesitate to give props to competitors. We use a fine sports data site, Killer Sports, to test many theories. First of all playoff teams off of a straight-up loss are 380 and 344, according to that database. That is a zigzag in pure black and white numbers. So after the juice, it's a scintilla above break-even, hence both nullifying it as a true angle, but also making the few vocal critics seem a bit petty, too. Clearly, our bounce-back angle has fluid and adaptable guidelines, so can't objectively be quantified. But onward to some angles that measure the accuracy. In all of the following cases, it's a playoff team off of a straight-up loss, and also has a winning percentage of 600 above, and also lost against the spread in their previous game is 203 and 169. Now, if they have a winning record off of a double-digit loss, it's 179 and 143. Or if they have a winning percentage of 550 or above and off a loss of 5 points or more, it's 211 and 175. Again, the risk of stating the obvious, all records are against the spread. Now, in fact, in playing devil's advocate and using the scientific principle of coming up with a theory and trying to disprove it, we cannot come up with any angle whatsoever combining any of the above stipulations that did not turn a profit even after the juice. However, true that none of the data is statistically overwhelming, but certainly justify it as an advantageous system in the overall preponderance of data. Some overstate the worth of the zigzag without substantiation, and that's been proven. Others are notoriously vocal when it struggles, usually in the opening round. And if you look at the above criterion that we just said, you can see where our bounce back is going to apply the deeper we go into the playoffs. But these critics are conspicuously silent once it picks up steam and covers as the postseason progresses. We choose to refine and be part of the solution. Bettors are thankful, while the sportsbooks are grateful to the nattering nabobs. You want winning angles that result in winning picks? There is one and only one place to go for the best sports picks in the industry, and that is OffshoreInsiders.com. Again, www.offshoreinsiders.com.